Once upon a time, in a quiet little mountain village surrounded by tall green trees and silver rivers, there lived a young boy named Ethan. He was only 12, but his heart was full of dreams about the world beyond the mountains. Ethan lived with his grandmother. Everyone called her Nana May, an old woman with silver hair and eyes that carried the wisdom of years. Every night, before the stars disappeared, she told Ethan stories about courage, kindness, and the power of a promise. But there was one story he loved the most, the story of the golden seed. Nana May would say, long ago, there was a seed, a magical seed that could bring life wherever it was planted. But remember, Ethan, it would only grow if the one who planted it kept a promise made not with words, but with truth. Ethan never really understood what she meant, but he always dreamed of finding that golden seed one day. One morning, the sun rose soft and golden. Ethan ran to the river to catch fish for breakfast. The water sparkled and birds danced above it. But then, something caught his eye, a small glimmer near the rocks. He walked closer, and there it was, a tiny golden seed, half buried in the wet sand. His heart began to race. Could it be the same seed from Nana's story? He ran home, shouting, "Nana, look what I found." She looked at it carefully. For a moment, her eyes widened and then softened. "Ethan, do you know what this means?" He smiled. "It means our village will have life again. I'll plant it right now." She shook her head gently. "No, my dear. The seed doesn't grow by planting it in the ground. It grows by planting it with a promise." He frowned. "But what promise, Nana? That's something you must discover on your own," she said with a mysterious smile. That night, dark clouds gathered over the mountains. The wind screamed, rain poured, and thunder shook the earth. The river began to flood. Ethan held the door tight as water rushed past their home. "Nana, are you okay?" he cried. She was weak, her breathing slow. "Ethan, promise me one thing," she whispered. "No matter what happens, always take care of others before yourself." Tears filled his eyes. "I promise, Nana. I promise." By morning, the storm had passed, but the village was broken. Fields were destroyed, homes ruined, people hungry and scared. And Nana May, she was even weaker. Ethan saw the golden seed again lying on the table, glowing faintly. He thought, maybe this can save us. He took the seed and ran to the forest. The ground was wet and soft. He dug a hole, placed the seed, and covered it. Then he waited and waited, but nothing happened. He frowned. "Why won't you grow?" And then a voice came from behind him. "Because you made no promise to it." Ethan turned and saw an old man in a gray cloak holding a lantern. His voice was calm, his eyes deep. "The seed grows only with truth," the man said. "What promise do you give it?" Ethan thought for a moment. "I promised my grandmother I'd care for others before myself." The man nodded slowly. "Then go. Keep that promise. The seed will wait for you." So Ethan went back. He helped rebuild homes. He shared his food with the hungry. He carried water for the elders and stayed awake to guard the children. Days passed. He grew tired, hungry, and weak, but he never stopped. He remembered his promise. One night, Nana May looked at him with tired eyes and smiled softly. "You've already done what you promised, Ethan," she whispered. "You've given life, even without the seed." He held her hand, tears in his eyes. "I just want you to see it grow, Nana." She smiled faintly. "Maybe I already have." The next morning, laughter filled the air. Ethan heard voices outside, happy voices. He ran to the forest and froze. There, where he had planted the seed, stood a magnificent golden tree. Its leaves shimmered like sunlight. Its roots glowed with life. Around it, flowers were blooming and birds were singing again. The villagers gathered, astonished. "It's a miracle," they said. Ethan looked up at the golden leaves and whispered, "It grew because I kept my promise." He ran home to tell Nana May, but she was lying peacefully in her bed, her hands folded and a soft smile on her face. Beside her pillow was a single golden flower. Ethan knelt down, his heart breaking. I kept my promise, Nana. A gentle breeze filled the room, and he heard her voice, warm, loving, almost carried by the wind. You did well, my boy. You gave life not only to the land, but to your own heart. Years went by. The golden tree became a sacred place, a place of hope. People called it the Tree of Promise. Ethan grew up to be a wise young man. He would often sit under the tree and tell others, it's not the seed that's magic, it's the promise you keep. A promise made with love can change the world. Because in the end, true strength doesn't come from power or wealth. It comes from keeping your word, from giving even when you have nothing left, from choosing kindness even when the world feels dark. And sometimes one promise can bring life back to everything around you.